Are we live? Welcome to a fabulous rendition of Tilly for this podcast. It's your host and moderator, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast, and I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. I believe this is episode 49. How y'all living? I'm living swell. Feel free, be sure to hit the subscription button, the notification bell, share this lovely stream as well as this YouTube channel with your friends, family, as well as your followers. Let's get this channel active in the YouTube algorithm. You heard me. Also subscribe to the links down below, as well as check out I'm Chris Don One podcast. It premieres on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your podcast indulgement from. Feel free to subscribe to I'm Chris Don One Spotify. Rate, comment, subscribe, and we got all that stuff out of the way. If you want to become a stream sponsor, can I say that 3 times fast? Stream sponsor. All you have to do is just send me a super chat, or you can hit the Cash App link down below. Whoever donates to the channel will be next stream sponsor. Okay, right now we don't have anybody as a stream sponsor. This would be like the 3rd week in a row we don't have a stream sponsor. I do apologize. Hopefully this news will change, okay? Because I got some news concerning the future of Too Early for This podcast, and I need you people out there input on this, all right? I've been thinking about it, been mulling over the possibility of expanding Too Early for This podcast. Instead of every Saturday, early Saturday morning, I thought, you know what? Let's do this podcast on a daily basis, Monday through Friday, Too Early for This podcast. You're probably wondering, why did I, started streaming today instead of streaming on Saturday? Well, that is the big announcement. I need you guys to do your boy a favor, do your boy solid. Comment down below. Tell me whether or not you want to have 5 live streams of Too Early for This podcast, or just one phenomenal live stream every Saturday or Friday of Too Early for This podcast. All right. I need you guys input on that. Without further ado, let's get into today's live stream. All right. Now, since I'm live streaming a day early, unfortunately, I won't have Too Early for This podcast tomorrow. I felt like I need to shake it up a little bit. Maybe start it on Fridays instead of Saturdays. Saturdays is a laid back type of day. A lot of people have the weekend off, and maybe a lot of people, maybe this is a lackadaisical day, which is Saturday, where, a lot of people are now, really staying at home and checking out live streams, or, watching videos and things of that nature. I checked out the numbers. There was a lot of Too Early for This podcast that were popping, but there was a lot of them that were not. So I'm going to shake things up a little bit. Maybe let's start doing this Friday. If the numbers are good, we will make it official. And just if y'all want me to just do a weekly podcast, we'll probably start doing it on Fridays instead of Saturdays. But I really do. I need your guys' input on making Too Early for This podcast, expanding it to a weekly, a daily thing, Monday through Friday. Okay, so I need you guys to comment in the comment section. All right. So let's talk about today's topics. All right. Today's topics, we're gonna have some good topics. We're gonna be talking about Moriah Mills, Stephanie Mills, Meek Mills, the Mills brothers. We're going to talk about her and her popularity, and we're going to be talking about her endeavors and her future. In a little bit later, TMZ caught up with the plastic bombshell So we're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about Larry Nassar. Apparently, this man got poked up in the pokey. All right. We're going to be talking about that as well. We're going to try to keep it PG-13, keep it very friendly, keep it very cordial. All right. As well as we're going to be talking about a subject about relationships. Have relationships evolved away from traditional relationships to modern relationships? Okay, I don't think modern is the word that best fit what we're going to dive and tackle into, as well as some news and notes concerning in the celebrity world, as well as the gaming world, as well as the sports world. All right, so we're going to be getting into all of that. We're going to keep it funky. All right. So the first order of business, we're going to be talking about Moriah Mills. All right. Now, we've been living under a rock, allow your boy to explain. Basically, Moriah Mills had a sexual relationship with Zion Williams. Zion Williams announced to the world a couple of months ago that he is going to be welcoming in a baby. He's moving on to the next chapter into fatherhood. He showed off his baby mama and the gender of the baby, and everything was all good in the hood until Moriah Mills, a former porn star, a former escort, took to the scene on social media, and she was active on social media 7 days and 7 nights of showing receipts and showing messages, alleged messages, showing pictures, promising people that she had a sex tape on Zion Williams, talked about how Zion Williams is not faithful, talking about how Zion Williams is not taking basketball, being a basketball player very seriously. He's out here simping, up here wiring money to Moriah Mills. Just she was on a exposed trip, okay, an exposed tour, okay. 30 nights in 30 shows in 30 days. All right. This lady, apparently she was hurt. Particularly with the news of Zion Williams welcoming in a baby with another woman that is not Moriah Mills. And it got so much national attention. ESPN, Fox Sports 1, all the entertainment outlets was talking about this story. Now, this story really didn't. This story really did not have a lot of. Hold on one second. All right, I'm back. I apologize. Okay, but this story got national attention. TMZ, all the big heavy hitters was talking about this story, and Moriah Mills got instantly popular. She was already popular, particularly in the adult entertainment field. She's like a household name, if you want to call her a household name in the porn industry. Um, and it gained national attention. Now, ever since then, Morella Mills, pretty much, her Twitter got suspended. I don't know if it's suspended or deleted. When you go to her account on Twitter, it's currently deleted, as well as her Instagram. Um, and the heavy hitters, when you're talking about the NBA, this is sort of like a black eye, pardon the phrase, about Zion Williams and his struggles. I'm pretty sure the PR team over there at the NBA and the New Orleans Pelicans was going to put a bow on this, sort of say, and not talk too much about it. But Morella Mills, got a lot of attention, and so much so that she's instantly popular because of this. TMZ, like I said, caught up with her downtown, and when TMZ is involved, and then all of a sudden you got a video of them interviewing a celebrity walking down the street. A lot of people don't realize this. A lot of this stuff is orchestrated behind the scenes. I'm pretty sure TMZ talked to Morella Mills and possibly do a quick interview, probably asked her where she's hanging out at, this, that, and the third. So they scheduled this arrangement, and she talked about a good solid couple of minutes, talking about everything's all good in the hood with her and Zion Williams. She has no issues with Zion Williams. She talked about her DMs are flooded with other NBA players. That's kind of hard to believe. Maybe some simp NBA players like back in the day might be entertaining her DMs, or maybe there's some guys out there saying that they are NBA players. This, that, and the third, whatever. And she basically said that everything's fine with her and Zion Williams. She's pretty much moving on. She said that they're cool, they're friends. So you can tell that behind the scenes, representatives of Zion Williams and Representative Moretta Mills basically negotiated something. Maybe maybe gave her a little money along the way to just give up, quit while you already behind. Okay. I personally, the stuff that she was talking about, a lot of her receipts were not totally true. A lot of them was fudged a little bit. I do think that she did have some decent receipts of Zion Williams, like the pictures and the messages and things of that nature. I feel like the wire transferring is kind of skeptic. And there was something else I wanted to talk about. But and about her being pregnant. Now, she announced a couple of months ago that she was pregnant, and now she's saying that she's not pregnant. We all knew that she was not pregnant. And she sounded like a scorned woman, but she was a scorned woman that was going to profit off of this madness. Now, ever since she waged war, so to say, to Zion Williams on social media, she's garnering all this clout and popularity. The numbers are up. Okay, I'm pretty sure in the porn industry, a lot of her old videos are getting views. I know her OnlyFans is probably lit right now. She's a nice looking woman. I ain't gonna take nothing away from her. She's a nice looking woman, but she's the typical porn star. Her titties are surgical. She didn't get that from her mama. Her ass is surgical. She definitely didn't get that from her mama. She got a very thin waist. I've seen a couple of videos of her. Her body looked uneven to me, kind of odd like. And that type of surgery and that type of maintenance, it takes a lot of money. All right. And I'm pretty sure that she's going to be all right. I'm not saying that she's going to be wealthy off of this, but she's going to eat pretty well off of this until she find her next victim or her next sucker, and she's going to be back on the exposing tip. All right. I don't think any prominent NBA players even entertaining a booty call with her. All right. I do feel like there are some stragglers or some NBA players that maybe not popular, but got their money is somewhat long, that she can basically use, but I feel like Moriah Mills is pretty much stamping her ticket on this Zion Williams thing. She took it as far as she could take it, and I feel like Zion Williams and Moriah Mills have uh, pretty much agreed to disagree, and they're wiping their hands away from each other. I'm pretty sure that she might do a video here and there on TikTok or say something on social media that has Zion Williams in the hashtag, because she knows anytime someone hashtag Zion Williams, or if anyone search for Zion Williams, basically people are going to people are definitely going to, when they search Zion Williams, Moriah Mills is going to pop up in the search engine. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it that on this. Now I feel like Zion Williams has a lot of explaining to do. I think Zion Williams need to reinvent himself. I don't believe that the New Orleans Pelicans are, not too happy with Zion Williams. There was reports out there that the New Orleans Pelicans were entertaining and kicking the tires around on a possible trade to trade Zion Williams out of there. A lot of things that like they got rid of Zion Williams' trainer. Now there are reports out there that suggest that Zion Williams' trainer wasn't really pushing Zion Williams hard. Just going through the motions with Zion Williams, just basically collecting a check. And if you look at the New Orleans Pelicans, they're thinking about making it into the postseason, and they feel like they can increase their chances very well with Zion Williams on the roster. But Zion Williams, it's like this, folks. Zion Williams has to reinvent himself. He has to show to the basketball world that he is very concerned and he cares about, his basketball life. Is more to him than just a check. He's going to have to reprove himself. I think, a lot of NBA teams are skeptical of Zion Williams. Is he truly motivated to play, play and compete? And does he really love this sport? That's pretty much Zion Williams. This is a lot of stuff Zion Williams is going to have to prove because of the situation with him and Moriah Mills. It just seems like on the outside looking in, he cares more about being in the basketball, in the celebrity lifestyle than actually, being a player in the NBA and getting the New Orleans Pelicans to the promised land, or at least to the next level, the next round, the playoffs, and things of that nature. So, like I said, Zion Williams has pretty much been on tour, talking about the possibility of hey, he's basically been on tour to let his own executives know that he really gives a damn about his future in basketball. And like I said, Zion Williams is going to have to prove, if he wants to make it to a net or max contract, he's going to have to stay healthy, consistently healthy. He's going to have to put in the work and to elevate, to add more arsenals, more weapons in the weapon wheel. He's going to have to create, he's going to have to reconfigure and add substance to his game to show not only New Orleans Pelicans, but any other executive, any other team out there that he really cares about basketball. And if he can't make it with the New Orleans Pelicans, and if New Orleans Pelicans are unwilling to give him a max contract or just totally give up on him, if it comes to the part of him being traded, there's going to be a lot of teams that's going to be interested in Zion Williams if he can show the masses out there that he's a legit player. Okay, so yeah, it is what it is. So good luck to Zion Williams. I hope you figure this stuff out. You need to keep your nose clean about hanging around these porn stars, these OnlyFans models, these Instagram models. Now he got a girl pregnant that's on Instagram, and I've seen a couple of videos of her, particularly on some reality shows. She comes off as a hood chick. I don't think she's a Christian rock, I think that I don't think she's going to say or do anything on social media that's going to jeopardize his career, because when you jeopardize his career, you're jeopardizing your career, you're messing around with your own money. All right. So yeah, that's all I got on the Zion Williams angle. And we're just going to simply move on. All right. So moving from the Zion Williams angle, we're going to be talking about Larry Nassar. Now, Larry Nassar was a former, he worked in the Olympics, a female gymnastics. He did some disrespectful things to a lot of females in the gymnastics field. A lot of these women were underage, and he was sentenced to prison. This man, ever since he's been to prison, had issues staying in one particular prison. I think it was in Arizona. They feared for his life, so they transferred him to a prison facility, I believe in Florida, and he got poked up. Okay, he didn't get a $150, but he got poked. All right. And he has a collapsed lung. They poked him in the neck area, the chest area, any high profile area on his body that can result into fatally him losing his life. They lungs, heart, everything around the neck, everything. Now, lucky for him, he made it. It's sad, dude. Well, it's not it's not sad to the point of I feel sorry for Larry Nassar, but it's sad that these females, they have already issued a statement that they don't want that to happen for him. They want him to rot in jail, and to them, they feel like this is an easy way out. He's going to now he even though he's getting poked up, probably not the best way to lose your life, but he will no longer be in prison no more. So a lot of the victims were talking about it on social media. They want him to rot in jail. There's really no prison facility that could that can promise that they can keep him alive, because he's a target. All right. He's the R word. He's a predator, and people like that in prison, prisoners have no respect for those type of inmates. All right. So it's a cold, he's in a cold bad situation. And I feel like the only way this is going to end is him losing his life somehow, some way in whatever prison facility they put him in. Now they can put him now. Um, they can stop putting him in general population, put him in PC, protective custody. But is he going to spend the rest of his life in protective custody? I just, I don't know. So, yeah. Um, in you, that's it's like me personally. I feel like the best way to end this is, unfortunately, it may not be. Maybe the Nazar family won't recommend this, but I feel like, look, they already tried to take his life. I just think you should just let nature take its course, put him in general population, and just let it happen. What's going to happen is going to happen. Okay. Sometimes you're the bear, and sometimes the bear eats you. Okay. And I feel like Larry Nassar, the bear's going to eat him. All right. So I feel like that's the best course of action for him, to end this story, to end this chapter, because I don't see any other way or any other situation that he's going to be in prison and be in jail for X amount of years. I think ultimately they're going to get close to him, and ultimately they're going to take him out. All right. So yeah. So that's pretty much it that we can talk about as far as Larry Nassar goes. Let me I know I put a pause on this live stream. Give me a couple of minutes and then we'll start the next the next situation. All right. All right, give me a second. All right. Are we back? All right. Yeah. 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 All right. So we're going to transition from the next topic, and we're going to be talking about relationships. All right. Now, and I feel like this topic should be mentioned. Okay. Uh, due on the heels of Kiki Palmer and her boyfriend, of their situation and what happened and what took place. I'm not going to travel down that rabbit hole. Uh, and As well as Will Smith and Jada Pickett Smith, their situation in their relationship, and as well as other people that are struggling to maintain their relationships. I feel like uh, people are moving away from traditional relationships where you have a man and a woman, or a woman and a woman, or a man and a man, and they're transitioning from a modern day relationship, a traditional relationship, into modern, putting modern times in in their relationships as well. I feel like a lot of relationships are more open. A lot of relationships. You have you have a submissive, you have a woman that caters to you, that welcomes different type of idealisms to the man, particularly in the bedroom. Vice versa, there are some relationships where you know women have different idealisms of what they want in a relationship, as well. If you look at the Kiki Palmer situation, that's a prime situation where Kiki Palmer, is not in a traditional relationship. She's in a modern live relationship, a modern day relationship, excuse me, as well as Leading the Plug and Adam 22. Even though that's more business than pleasure, but still, you're adding stuff that traditionally was not accepted in relationships. Now these idealisms are acceptable in a lot of relationships, um due to your uh due to your wealth, due to your popularity, due to your social status, and due to you having an open mind. Okay. I feel like if you look at all the examples I mentioned, Kiki Palmer and her situation, if you look at Adam 22 and Lena the Plug, their situation, Will Smith, Jada Pickett Smith, it seemed like a lot of people are saying okay to to things that were not taboo, well, that were taboo, like you know going outside of your relationship and cheating on your significant other. Okay. I feel like there's a lot of relationships out there where they pretty much welcome. It's not called cheating. It's an open relationship where a man could be in a relationship with a woman, be married to a woman, and bring another woman into the relationship as long as they both know. Um, I think that's that type of relationship. I think the other type of relationships are women pleasing their men, satisfying their men in different ways, and I'm not, wearing, there's okay. So I was at this grocery store, and it was a man and a woman, a regular couple. Okay. And this girl, she had a dress on. All right. And this dress was very revealing. You could see her curves and all, and her ass and all that stuff. Nothing out of the ordinary. But this lady dress was super short. I mean, every time she walked, all you saw was a naked ass. She had no panties on. Her man was behind her, and as they was walking down the aisle, he just kept looking every 5 seconds to see if anyone was staring at his woman. And it wasn't a situation where, you know, he didn't want nobody to look at his woman. He was pretty much welcoming guys looking at his woman half naked. All right. And I can remember 3 months ago, there's this couple. It was a, a white woman. She was a little thick, a BBW, and she was with her husband or boyfriend. And she had these fishnet tights on with no panties, just wearing fishnets with no panties, walking through the aisles. You can see her ass crack and everything, and it was totally acceptable to her husband. Now, a lot of people feel like that's a cuck move. Like, oh, that's how cucks move. All right. But I really do think when you look at these two relationships, these were normal guys, in my humble opinion. I didn't have no interaction with them. Um, they didn't have no interaction with me, but they just didn't come off to me as weak men or cuck men or beta men. Okay, I do feel like the times are where a lot of guys get off seeing their women wearing no clothes at all going to a public setting, and it's satisfying to the man for other to for his woman to be half naked walking through the aisles, and he's welcoming other men to look at his woman. I think it's a turn on. And I feel like nowadays uh, guys that are wifing these women, there is one or two things. Either they go get a woman that that's either that's in rural areas, or a ghetto woman, or a stripper, and they're wifing these women up, or they're taking a woman that doesn't have those backgrounds, and turning them into a slut. All right. Um, and I feel like if you look at Kiki Palmer's situation, Kiki Palmer never demonstrated before she even met Darius, or before she even had her child. She never demonstrated that she was this freaky type of woman. And I felt like after she started demonstrating it, but very slowly, but she really started uh, a full court pressure when she had her baby. And when she had her baby, she, and women can contest to this. When a woman has a baby, after they have their baby, a lot of stuff grow around them on their bodies. You start noticing, she has bigger breasts, she got bigger thighs, she got a bigger ass. And if you go to the gym and work it out, you can mold it and shape it, to have some thickness on your body. All right. So, um, when you're looking at today's relationship, I think a lot of these relationships, women want to satisfy men's fantasies. All right. Instead of your man being satisfying his fantasy with another woman, or satisfying your man's fantasies and pleasure by allowing him to watch porn or to subscribe to an OnlyFans. A lot of women are welcoming the fact that they're going to please and satisfy their man's fantasies by uh, doing the things that turns him on. I feel like a lot of women have grown wise enough to say, look, either or. I rather for me to satisfy him and to learn a new trick or two, or do something that turns him on, rather than trying to stay traditional and trying to not welcoming that type of behavior, and then he goes off and gets his rocks off with a stripper, or subscribe to some woman's OnlyFans, or whatever. All right. Or I think a lot of women are welcoming and trying to pleasure their man's fantasies. I feel like when your mom and your pop, they say a good woman is a woman that's a queen in the household, that cooks and cleans, take care of the children. A good woman is a woman that has a job, has a but now, or in some cases, that's trying, that's in the corporate field, and things of that nature. I think men now, you know, today's man really is not concerned if their wife can cook or clean, or or take care or excellent at taking care of their children. I mean, some things in life you have to be good at. I think taking care of your children. Let me strike that from the record. I think today's man really doesn't care if his woman can cook or clean, or his woman is or going or has a 9 to 5. I feel like today's man would want a would subtract would leave that on the table, as long as they have a woman that satisfy his needs, his wants, his pleasures sexually. I think uh that preserves a relationship. I think a woman that I believe a woman that uh, pleasure her man's fantasies are less likely to worry about their man going out and getting his pleasure satisfied with another woman or whatever. All right, I think a lot of women are wise to this. Okay, now there are some women that have standards. I feel like there's a lot of women out there that fight that type of activity and that type of behavior, but that's strong-minded and strong-willed, and say that, oh, I'm not doing that. If he wants that, then I'm not going to give it to him. If he can't respect me as a woman that can cook and clean, that takes care of him, that works 9 to 5, if he can't respect what I bring to the table, then he's not the man for me. And what a lot of women are saying is, if you are preaching this type of uh, behavior, it's going to be very negative. It's going to have some negative impacts, because now what you're doing is you're opening the door for your significant other to cheat on you, for your significant other to lie on you, for your significant other to find his pleasures in the arms of another woman or whatever. All right. I think women are saying these are the new men requirements, and a lot of women are adapting to these new requirements, and a lot of other women are not. A lot of other women are set in their ways, they're stubborn, or however y'all want to label them. But I feel like a lot of those women have issues preserving and keeping a man. There's this lady I see every day while I'm at the grocery store, and she looks like a traditional woman, who works, who cooks and cleans, who demands respect, and this, that, and the third. Not to say that these women that are pleasing their men and satisfying their fantasies are not getting any respect, but I remember her having a conversation that she's getting a divorce with her husband. She didn't really go into why they was getting divorced, but I do remember before that she would always brag about she's married to him and showing off her ring. It'd be some guys every once in a while walk up to her and wants her number, and then she'll show her ring. So she's basically saying that, I'm already taken, and this, that, and the third. Okay, and now she's went from that state to another state, saying, well, we're getting a divorce and that's fine, and this, that, and the third. Okay, I feel like a lot of women have smartened up and wised up and said that, instead of, you know forcing a man to like the things that you stand for, you might, if you want to keep your man, you have to satisfy your man's wants, pleasures, and needs. And that's pretty much, how it always went and how it always go. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much um, all I want to talk about, particularly with satisfying your man and pleasing your man, this, that, and the third. I do feel like women, I don't want to get on my soapbox and be like Kevin. I don't want nobody saying, is this Kevin Samuels or I'm Krista Don one? Okay. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is women sometimes you got to play to your strengths in your relationship. And when I mean play into your strengths, there's a play into what your man wants from you. I feel like that's a two-way street. A lot of women be wondering why their man don't open the door for them or hug them in a public setting, or it seems like the old spark has went away, and this, that, and third. You start noticing your man is looking at other women instead of giving him a frown and being upset with him. You may want to look and see what he likes. All right, what he likes from what he sees, you know, and then you try to reduplicate that at home. All right. So, I know a lot of women are going to look at this and say that's degrading, that's disgusting. I'm pro woman. And this, that, I'm equal, and this, that, and the third, which is all true. But I feel like if you want a healthy relationship, you're going to have to move with the times, ladies. You're going to have to move with the times, and these are the times. If you want to keep a good man, uh, these are the things you're going to have to do. All right. And if you don't, you're going to lose your good man to someone else. Okay, it is what it is. Okay, but moving on from that, we got some. I really don't have really too much tidbits on news and notes and things of that nature. That it's been a slow week celebrity wise. And I want to say this before we end this podcast. Unfortunately, this is not going to be a 2-hour podcast. Okay, sorry. All right. But I will say this. Tell me, guys, in the comment section, do you want the podcast to premiere on Fridays, or do you want it to continue to premiere on Saturdays? The views be kind of mixed. And I just want to know if this is what you guys want me to do. Also, do you want me to do it every a daily podcast, 5 shows a day, or do you want me to do one show a week? All right. I do feel like content wise, doing a show 5 days a week would be great. I will have to there's certain things we're going to have to do if we do it 5 days a week. But I'm willing to do that. If you guys comment in the comment section, tell me what you want me to do. I will read your comment, and if I have time, I will comment or just like it or whatever. All right. So I'm also going to pose this. I'm also going to pose this question on social media, and hopefully you guys can tell me what direction y'all guys want me to go through. Okay, I do want to say if I do it daily, it's going to be an hour show, maybe less than an hour. All right, so it won't be a 2-hour show anymore. All right, so guys, I really do appreciate you guys coming to the early edition of Too Early for This podcast. I normally have it on Saturdays. I decided to do it this Friday. Guys, feel free to hit the subscription button, the notification bell, select all, share this content with your friends, family, as well as your followers. Get familiar and get active with the other social media links at the description below. And subscribe and enjoy. You will not be disappointed. I promise you. And I'm about to head on out of here, but we're gonna make it a full 50 minutes. I really do appreciate everyone came out. Don't forget, if you want to become a stream sponsor on the next show, super chat or hit the Cash App. Cash App link is in the description below. Just click the link, donate. There's not a certain amount you need to donate. If you want to become the stream sponsor, I take that a lot back. You have to have a minimum of $10 or $5. I take 5, 10, whatever. All right. So yeah, tell me what you guys think. And if you guys want me to do it daily, I will probably do it daily. All right. So I'm up out of here. It's your boy, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast. And I'm coming to you guys live from Coast to Coast. Episode 50 is in the books. I will see you guys when I see you guys. I'm up out of here.